Welcome to the Spirit of a Badass, where we celebrate stories of courage, hope, and resiliency. I am your host, Alecia Jacobson. Have you been feeling exhausted, disconnected from yourself, or like you're constantly taking care of everyone else while quietly wondering, what about me? If on the outside your life looks fine, but deep down you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unfulfilled, that's where I come in. I help women stop going through the motions and start creating a life that actually feels like theirs again. Through one-on-one coaching, we work on your habits, mindset, boundaries, routines, and the bigger question of who you are and what you actually want. You don't need another self-help book. You need support, honesty, accountability, and space to figure out what's next. If this sounds like you, click the link in the show notes and book a discovery call with me. You will leave the call with a plan and knowing you don't have to continue to do it all on your own anymore. Hello. Welcome. We are going to be short and sweet today because we are in, if you're listening live, we are in May. And May is just fucking crazy. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. There are so many things. There are so many people, things to do, all the things. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and it is going to hit you right where it needs to hit you because it hit me, and I think it will hit you. So that's why I'm sharing it at this time in particular. We're going to talk about pausing today. And I kind of talked about this a few episodes ago about who you are between the goals, because we have this tendency, especially if you're listening to this, I'm guessing that you are aligned with that, of like going, achieving, being, doing, just, that mentality of what's next kind of thing. I had this experience a couple weeks ago. I shared with you on my life update episode about the high rocks, and I was doing, which I didn't do. This is so me also. I talk about being in line with like your core of who you are, and that truly the core parts of you, you have to work with them, not against them. And I signed up for this High Rocks training. I had no business signing up for that. I had started it, and the lady, she was very nice, reached out and she's like, "Hey, you started half the registration. Like, we'd love to see you." And it's like 5 days out. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can do this. And I, first of all, just started running more than once a week. And if you've done that, you know that your body is angry at you. And I'm doing things differently, and my body is letting me know that I'm doing things differently. So in preparation, because it was on a Saturday, which I also don't work out on the weekends as a rule, like I did not work out. I did not go to my normal classes on Thursday or Friday because I needed to rest my legs because my legs were sad and tired. And then as it approached, I was like, wait a second, like I'm going to be really sore because I'm not used to this. So then that leaves me for Sunday and the rest of Saturday being ridiculously sore. And we were having family over for Mother's Day celebration on Saturday. And then I usually go hiking on Mother's Day, which I didn't this year, but that was fine. And then I was like, wait a second, then I'm going to miss my Monday and Tuesday workouts most likely because I'm still going to be fucking sore. And I didn't want to be sore like that from basic lack of training. I'm fine if I'm trained for it because I've done that before. You're like a little bit sore. But I remember after I did my marathon, I cleaned the whole fucking house after that. So I don't know. I decided not to do it. But here's where today's episode comes in. On the first day that I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm going to need a couple of rest days leading up to this. Otherwise, I'm going to be worth shit doing it. I had this moment. It was a Thursday. And generally, I work out between like 8 and 9 o'clock is my exercise time. I was home. And because I have that time blocked off, there was nothing else. I was like doing laundry. I was doing something. And as I'm just kind of picking things up and tidying after the girls got dropped off at school, it hit me. My normal schedule right now, I am working out between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, if I rewind 3 years ago, I was so wanting to create a life that I could work out between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning because that is what I created for other people. That is what my body feels best at doing. I have never been an early morning workout person. I have never been an evening workout person, I guess, since like high school, like working out after school, but that was like just what you did. Neither one, like I'm like, there's sometimes where I tell my husband I want to go like for a run. I'm like, even yesterday was Sunday. He's like, he loves a good breakfast sandwich. I don't know why. I don't care about breakfast really, but he's like always, he's like a pusher for breakfast. And I'm like, well, I have to run now then because I'm not going to run post breakfast sandwich. Like I'm like done then. So I have to do it not first thing in the morning. I need my coffee, but I have to do it in the morning. And because I wasn't at my exercise class, I had space to realize, holy shit, I am doing exactly what I wanted for years to be able to do. And I'm doing it. And I just felt so grateful and thankful. And like this, it was like literally this feeling washed over me. But the only reason it washed over me is because I wasn't in my class. I wasn't doing my normal Thursday exercise class. I had paused, and that is what I'm here today to talk about. I'd paused, I had stopped, and I was able to see like, oh, this is what I'm normally doing right now. Here is what I years ago was wishing for and wanted. And really, when I was done at the gym, was like, I have to create this. And it was hard because any habit, even though like literally I owned a fucking gym, I trained all like that was all I did. That was what I was doing. But then doing it for myself after being out of practice, it was really hard. I know on past episodes, I've talked about going slow and kind of creating that habit and that momentum and not judging yourself for being just awkward, I guess is the best thing, and being nervous about it. But I started really slow with a couple of days a week. And now I work out Monday through Friday every single day between 8 and 9 o'clock. And I fucking did that. I fucking did that. And it sounds like such a silly thing. However, I guarantee you in your life, you are so full and busy and achieving that you are not turning around and taking like stock of what you have fucking done. And so, what I want you to do this week, because May is fucking crazy and we are doing all of the things for all of the people. I'm thinking like a lot of you might have families or relationships or whatever it is that creates this like hustle of May. I want you to stop and I want you to take some very intentional time. I'm going to cry. Fuck, I didn't need to cry. But I really want you to take some time to look at what you have done. Because I know you don't. I work with enough of you to know that when we are together, we reflect back, but we kind of reflect back to problem solve on going forward. If you are on YouTube right now watching, you are getting you get to see my beautiful flowers that I have in the background, but you are getting a crying view of me. But I know that we don't take time for this because we have all the things that we're keeping going, and we are juggling and problem solving, and we're doing everything. I want you to create some space in your life this week to stop and to notice what you have done, what you have created, the life that you have created, the braveness that it took, the guts that it took for you to be right where you are now listening to this, because I know it fucking did. And I also know that the way our lives are structured, unless we intentionally stop and you intentionally take that time, it's going to blow right past you and you're not going to know. So that is my homework for you this week, is to stop and look. And this was a very small sliver of my morning exercise class. And it was only, due to the absence of the class that I was not in. But you could take this and you can look at your career. And I know that some of you have completely shifted careers. Some of you were so fucking gutsy and brave that you started a whole new business, or several, that you quit the job that was not working for you. And you took a leap and you trusted in yourself and you did something totally different. Some of you I know are so overwhelmed right now with, and I'm laughing. It's not funny, but I understand with the beauty of what you have created, that you now have new problems that are here to solve. But you only have that because you were so fucking badass that you did that, because people are benefiting from you doing that. Like you have that ripple in the world of people. Their lives are different. They are better because of you. And you need to sit for a hot second in that, because you deserve that. And then as I'm thinking this, I'm thinking, okay, what does it look like? Because this happened a couple weeks ago. So I've been sitting with this for a little bit. What does it look like to weave this throughout our lives? Because if I look at just my own life, I've legitimately uprooted so many things. It was somebody in one of my exercise classes was talking about a band she was going to see. And I was like, oh, I used to really like them like 2 lives ago. Like I've lived so many different lives, I feel like. And what does it look like to take this sort of perspective and weave it in? Because I don't know the next time I'll come on here and tell you to stop, stop what you're doing and look around and appreciate all the different areas, all the people that you have helped raise in your work, your friendships, everything. And what does it look like to maybe a monthly ritual or a weekly ritual to really just pause and appreciate what you've created, how far you've come? Maybe not weekly. That feels like it might be over like a bit much. And then sort of like, you don't notice it. But on your birthday every year, reflecting, I don't know, do what works for you, but definitely this week, I need you to take some time and carve out some time to just look in the fucking mirror and appreciate where you are, what you've done, what you've created, what you've said no to and cut the fuck off. Because that is it takes so much just strength and learning, and it takes so much to do the things that you do, and you deserve to be honored and appreciated by yourself. Like you deserve that for yourself, and to give that gift to yourself, not anybody else. So that is your homework for this week. I wish you well as this month, the rest of it unfolds. It is almost done. I know that we are like home stretch here. I have kind of loosened up. I don't have any like big milestones this month. So I'm going to actually tomorrow to kind of start bringing my son home from college, but there's no big things here, just sort of all the things. But for those of you who do have big things, sending all the love and strength and everything you need as you kind of navigate different chapters unfolding. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Spirit of a Badass is a Lit Path Studios podcast and is produced by Jamie Gale and Alecia Jacobson. Music by Shane Ivers. We'll be back with another inspiring interview. Until then, keep your spirits high and your energy badass.